What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another interesting and creepy TikToks from around the world. Those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel and let's build this channel from the ground up. I'll see you guys in the video.
Kids graduate from university. Incidentally, the word graduate comes from two words: gradually indoctrinate. So consequently, when you graduate, you come out with a square mortarboard. The mortarboard is a symbol of masonry. This is why you go to college, to get a degree. Consequently, you need to understand that all universities and colleges in the Western world operate under the Vatican. All universities and colleges. So if you want to save your money to send your kids to college, just remember you're sending them to a Jesuit, Catholic-dominated ancient Roman Empire system, whereby your children are to gradually be indoctrinated into a system of religion, politics, and theology. As far back as the 4th, 5th, and 6th century, we know that the escapades of the popes, many of them were homosexuals, most of them were murderers. They were all offsprings of bankers. The entire Vatican system was a banking system. Today's Uniform Commercial Codes based on the old Vatican canon law. So once you understand, the church, government, politics are all interconnected, and the secret societies have been manipulating them all from day one.
I just want to say something that the way the world works today is that you need to get a degree or some kind of college education so you can have a decent work to be able to provide for your family. The system is designed like that, to enslave you and entrap you. One day, I'm going to teach my children about it. That's why I'm running some side hustles that I have, some investments that I made for my children. So one day, if they decide they want to do something or they want to go for their goals, I set money aside. I'm still building on that for them to be able to chase their dreams as to what they want to be one day.
You know that every single vaccine maker, except one, Pfizer, was ready to deploy the COVID jab. Operation Warp Speed comes out. Trump gets told about it. Who wasn't ready? Pfizer. So what does Pfizer decide to do? They go downstairs 3 floors to their genetic department and they find SV40. They use SV40 to design their jab because they're late to the game. And what do they then do? They tell their scientists to use a molecular tool to take the evidence of SV40 out, and then they present a clean version to the FDA and they get approved. Now,
and SV40 is the thing that causes that crazy epithelioma turbo cancers?
No, well, SV40 is what we got in the Qatar event.
Okay.
During FDR's term in polio.
The guy that injected his grandchildren.
That's Osher. That's later. Okay. But this is the story that goes from FDR all the way up to this point of time. So I want you to think critically now from first principles. Tell me how a monkey virus that shows up in 1951 through 1959 now shows up in COVID vaccines that are supposed to be new and improved 75 years later. And Pfizer tries to take it out so you don't see it. That's why there's 2 legal definitions for BioNTech and for the Pfizer jab.
I don't know how you extract malice from that. I mean,
it's pure malice.
What's the official story? I don't know. What is the
official story is they wanted to kill people.
Well, that's not what they're saying in mainstream media, right? So
you don't have to worry about the saying part. That's the cool.
I'm just curious, like what? I hear what you're saying,
but the story breaks.
Yeah.
So in 2021, I'm in Clubhouse, the Bitcoin room.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody, I said, look, I just did a documentary with Robert Malone, who's an inventor, co-inventor of the mRNA technology, and Robert McCullough, who's been famous for all the stuff he's done.
They've both been on here, yeah.
And guess what I do? I don't talk about the science at all. I talk about one thing. You can go back and watch this. There's 2 patents for Pfizer. I said, there's something nefarious going on here. And I don't tell anybody why I'm making this a big deal in this documentary. Because you heard all the things that I learned in my life in the Danny Jones podcast about SV40 and all that. I had a sneaking suspicion in 2020 that because there was 2 legal definitions, that SV40 was going to be used in somebody's jab. And the most likely candidate was Pfizer.
Yeah.
So what did I tell everybody in Bitcoin Clubhouse? Don't take the jab, and especially don't take the Pfizer jab.
And the sad part about it all is those employees that were working, they were forced to take the jab or stand a chance to lose their job. That was the sad part of it all. I didn't go for the jab. I refused to go for the jab. But at the end of the day, everybody make their own choices. But these people were pushing an agenda that you had no choice but to take it. Nah, can't be, man. Show was great. Shit. Something I can't unsee now.
Have you seen this shocking footage from Indonesia on which strange creatures tried to drag a man into the sea and he managed to fight them off only with the help of fire? Many are sure that these were real mermaids and they really exist in those parts. Recently, There in the Sea filmed strange creatures jumping out of the water, and it may seem that they are dolphins, but these creatures have hands. But the most curious that later there on the shore found a giant 2-meter-long tail, just like the tail of a mermaid. And a few years ago, scientists off the coast of Indonesia decided to attach a camera to the fin of the shark, and at first, everything went as usual. The shark calmly furrowed the sea until the frame did not get a strange silhouette exactly resembling a mermaid. By the way, Japanese sailors in the 15th century already met with mermaids and even managed to catch a few. They are still kept in private museums. Curiously, a private expedition recently made a dive on a bathyscaphe until something strange happened. At a depth of 200 meters, a mysterious limb struck the glass of the bathyscaphe, on which you could see the 5 fingers with webbing. Maybe this hand belonged to a real mermaid?
Y'all, this is what we mean by not all skin folk is kinfolk, y'all. What is this? This is not a regular person. Watch this. This is crazy, y'all. Y'all hear the noise that she's making? Watch this, y'all. Look, watch.
Hey, go ahead with all that.
Oh my goodness, y'all. I lost it when she said go on ahead with all that, bro. She is not playing. Y'all, the eyes popping out. What is that about?
Hey, go ahead with all that. Go on over there with all that. Go. I'm not even in the mood today. Get away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Go.
What are you talking about?
Shit.
What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness, y'all. This is in North Carolina. Y'all, the type of noise this lady is making, it sounds like a car trying to start up, but it can't, y'all. That's just crazy, man. But when they told us about this demon face syndrome, people was about to start popping out. There's a lot of strange activities happening around people, seeing entities and feeling entities, just a lot of paranormal stuff in general. But this right here takes the cake. North Carolina, what is going on? Let me know down in the comments below. My goodness, what the hell? Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Man, I don't think that's anything to do with demons or something like that. Maybe she's just high on something, number one. Or number two, it's a kind of sickness that she has. Because I know there are people that can pop up their eyes like that. I know there are people that has that kind of ability to do that. But not just that, the noises, it could be some kind of sickness or something that she has. It would be so easy to judge and say it's demons. I mean, come on. Maybe she's just really sick or something. Or she's high or whatsoever.
She's trying to expose Hollywood and the cults that are in Hollywood. Listen to this.
Let me see.
Look what she says. She has dates too.
Colorado with my twin brother
Twin brother.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia
To our
LaBeouf.
father, Stephen Bruce Epstein, and our mother, Shayna Sadie LeBuff, who separated us, forging our birth certificates as part of a ritualized, highly organized, generationally planned child trafficking cult
Crazy.
that initiates 3-year-olds and deifies incest and inbreeding. The world deserves for the truth to belong to
What the heck is
this?
Like, she's either telling the truth, and this is
If
serious.
for any reason I fail to appear on my interviews
Oh my
this
gosh,
weekend,
oh my gosh. She's having interviews this weekend.
you are more than welcome and encouraged to upload everything from your account.
Crazy. She said she's related to Jeffrey Epstein. Cool?
Yeah.
There's 2 options. She's either mentally ill, or she's telling the truth, and this is a crazy story. She kind of looks like Shy. I'm not gonna
I know, and she gave dates, but at the same time, it's like what made you want to do it on the train though? Like, did she feel like her life was coming to an end?
Shoes. It's a whole
Do you guys think
website
fairies
of
are real?
This guy bought a pair. As he buys it, okay, the confirmation page for the payment goes, everything comes at a price. He gets this pair of shoes in the mail. They are covered in blood, and in the pair of shoes is a VHS tape. In the pair of shoes is a VHS tape. And literally within the next hour, he's going live on Twitch, and he just went to the thrift store and he bought a VHS player, and he is just about to stream.
Booker T.
So Elon wants to fly to Mars. How is he going to do that if space isn't real? Oh, I see. He'll just take a jet and go over the ice wall into, what's that? The lands of Mars? Oh, interesting. Okay, so couldn't he just go under the ocean? Maybe, but there might be some mermaids in there getting him stopped. So can't just go over the wall. Interesting, because we're in here, there's Pacific Ocean. Let's see, let's take a look at this. Atlantic Ocean, there's ice wall, ancient lands of Anak, Neptunian Ocean. These are the lands over here. They are sealing us in these realms. So if we find out, we're going to want to get out and get to these lands. That's why he says he wants to go to Mars, so exist like this. What say you?
The device combines principles from quantum mechanics, electromagnetism, and advanced imaging technology to purportedly capture images of entities existing in dimensions parallel to our own. Energy vision consists of a sophisticated array of sensors and emitters that generate and detect specific frequencies of electromagnetic energy. These frequencies are theorized to resonate with the energy signatures of these beings, making them visible to the device's sensors. The captured data is then processed by advanced algorithms to produce visual images, which are displayed on a high-resolution screen. The device operates by emitting a controlled burst of energy into a defined area and then scanning the area for any anomalies in the energy field. According to NEMS, these mysterious beings interact with these energy fields in ways that are detectable by Energy Vision's sensors. The resulting images reveal shapes and forms that do not correspond to any known physical entities, suggesting the presence of beings from other dimensions.
Interesting.
We went to Iraq because we wanted to plunder some kind of artifacts they were looking for from other civilizations that came to Earth and started the whole program. And one of the officers said that this is our fourth civilization on Earth that has been this far or even further along than we are. The aliens that are under the mesa, they are there and they have been there long before us, I was told. Long before us. We worked with them under some kind of a treaty. Supposedly one of our presidents made a treaty and that they agreed to give people to them. We're no threat to them at all. The only thing that we're threatening is ruining the planet. But we're not a threat. And they don't want to eliminate us, but this is the fourth time. Supposedly they had this experimentalist society of a crossbreed, and we're number 4. Supposedly technology before us was way further advanced than what we are now, but it's eliminated. We can't even find it because it's eliminated. They eliminated. Supposedly they eliminated society before this one.
Where they said these motherfuckers watching the nigga through the TV, right? A nigga just laying in this bitch, wonder why a nigga can't sleep, right? Dog, I look at my motherfucking TV, my nigga, cause I use the sleep music shit to go to sleep. Man, look at this shit, dog. Hey man, y'all gonna get rid of them. We getting rid of TVs, man. Look at this pussy ass Vietnamese, Chinese looking motherfucker type of studio or something, dog. With the headphone, and this nigga is live right now. This live feed. This nigga live right now. I seen her watching the nigga, bro, while a nigga sleep, bro. Yeah, you know a nigga see your fuck ass, nigga. See, they don't think a nigga see them, dog. You don't supposed to be able to see their ass, but bro, I don't know what the fuck. But you can see the nigga, see his hand moving down now? He's sitting somewhere watching the nigga, my nigga. This what's going on the nigga TV, my nigga. Nigga sitting there fucking and everything, doing what you do. Man, these motherfuckers watching the nigga, bro. Real talk, man. Look at this pussy nigga, man. Yeah, we see you. Look at his hand down there moving. The nigga live right now in the studio sitting there looking at a screen of us right now, dog.
Elon.
I would be scared as hell if I saw that on my TV.
I don't know if it went well anymore. I was surprised because you were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. Said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types. Electric, we want to have electric, but we want to have a gasoline, combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything. And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, he became a little bit different. And I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Mr. President, did he, I just want to clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before he raised them publicly? And this is the guy you put in charge of cutting spending. Should people not take him seriously about spending now? Are you saying this is all sour grapes?
No, he worked hard and he did a good job. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office and he's got nice offices too. But there's something about this one. I was telling the Chancellor, this is where it is. People come in here, even from Germany. They come in and they walk into the Oval Office and it's just a special place. It's, you know, World War I, it started and it ended here, and World War II and so many other things. Everything big comes right from this beautiful space. It's now much more beautiful than it was 6 months ago. A lot of good things are happening in this room. And I'll tell you, he's not the first. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And Some of them embrace it, and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others, too. They leave, and they wake up in the morning, and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different, and they become hostile. I don't know what it is. Someday you'll write a book about it, and you'll let us know.
I see a big breakup coming from Trump and Musk.
Brigitte Macron lived as a dude, transitioned, met Emmanuel when he was just 14 years old.
My friend Candace Owens, she's like, Macron's wife is actually a man. And I was like, Candace Owens, I love you, but I think this is too crazy.
Yeah.
And then it turns out she's right.
I mean, the fact that Emmanuel Macron was a child and this man takes him under his wing and is a groomer.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact.
Candace Owens recently launched a docuseries called Becoming Brigitte, where she pushes the theory that Brigitte Macron, France's first lady, was actually born male and transitioned to female. Owens says she's confident enough in her findings to stake her entire professional reputation on it. Tucker Carlson also weighed in. At first, he said the theory sounded too crazy, but after watching Owens's investigation, he publicly said, she's right. However, it's important to be clear. There is no concrete evidence to support this claim. Brigitte Macron has already denied it, but still, the theory has gained traction online, and a lot of people believe it, despite the lack of proof.
This isn't science fiction, a fighter jet disappearing from the radar screen in an instant, only to reappear hundreds of kilometers away a few seconds later. Is this optical interference? A radar blind spot? This is China's legendary aerial teleportation. The Chinese fighter jet J-36 is currently undergoing test flights. It is rumored that the J-36 integrates a quantum radar evasion system, AI path prediction algorithms, and electromagnetic bubble suppression engines. It's not just about stealth. It's about actively becoming invisible through algorithms. It makes enemy radars see the wrong location, or even non-existent on the radar. Behind this lies China's ultimate simulation of future air combat dominance. Whoever breaks the linear strike logic first wins the information-based air superiority. While the US Air Force's F-22 and NGAD still rely on traditional stealth coatings and infrared suppression, China may have already entered a combat model based on perception, deception, and spatial displacement.
Man, China is ahead in the game. Shit.
How do you feel about all this fuss that's being made over you?
I think it's kind of fun.
Do you?
Yeah.
You're enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
You really are an exquisite-looking young lady. I know you've been told that, but isn't she a pretty girl?
It'd be tough for me to walk away from here thinking of you as just a regular kid, I'm telling you.
You're of the commercials that a lot of people would see you as a sex kitten.
You're talking about with somebody who's madly in love with this girl. So, you know, it's very easy, the answer. I was in love with her before I met her.
How do you work with a Brooke Shield who's just...
I'm an actor, because
okay.
that's a more professional
We'll
way
keep
of
it
saying
covered.
it.
We won't say.
Will you keep your mouth shut? You're a beautiful mouth.
She is beautiful. Oh, she's a beautiful girl.
It just came out in the paper. You decided that these pictures of you when you were 10 and you were nude, they now can be republished or something. How do you feel about that?
It's hard to say. I mean, I'm confused, you know, just like everybody else is, I think, now. I don't know. Things happen for the best, I guess.
Is Brooke Shields, could Brooke Shields handle a sexual relationship?
Brooke, in this movie, there are lots of underwater scenes. And did you do all of your own, or did they sometimes double you?
In the nude underwater scenes, they had a double. And in all the other underwater scenes where I had clothes on, it was me and I.
Is it because that when you had the nude scene in Pretty Baby that a lot of people gave you flack over that, didn't they? Was that why you didn't want to do it again?
I don't think that was the main reason. I think possibly I didn't want to have to go through any more of the hassle, but I think just because I'm older now. I was 11 then. And now that I'm older, I just don't feel like I want to do it.
And it's really nobody's business, but you talk about it. That at 20 years old, you're a virgin, and you give tips in there. In essence, how to remain a virgin.
You feel strongly about
maintaining your virginity. You know I'm going to go right for this.
You never know what people are going to just attack or want to know about. And I was a bit surprised because there wasn't even a whole chapter devoted to it. You know?
Like a page, right?
Just a page, a little sentence. I am.
Her name even sounds like anti-sexual device. Did you have fun on your date? Nah, she was wearing her Brooke Shield.
I certainly remember that microscopic obsession with Brooke's virginity. With all the things going on in the world, just remember thinking, why is this such a big deal?
But I have to get personal. Ask you the virginity question.
I'm a little...
In Iran, the West Berliners were determined
to remain a virgin until she finds someone she loves.
Ethiopia.
Man, she was surrounded with a lot of pedos. Shame, man. It must have been difficult for being in that spotlight every time and being put in such awkward situations, man. It's a damn shame.
That's easy. With my Frigidaire cold pantry, fresh and frozen, canned, bottled, and wrapped, new bought and leftover. They're all right there, and they're all at your fingertips. Let's start with the most ingenious door in any refrigerator. It has special places for bottles, spreadable butter, cheeses, even leftovers, and a big picture window hydrator for fruits and vegetables. It tilts down to show you your supply at a glance. And it also lifts out, so you can take it over to the sink when there's a fresh supply to be washed and put away. But that's just the door. Think of all you can store in here on these big firm shelves that roll all the way up to you, so you can get at the food and back without moving anything in front. And how about your frozen things? Oh yes, there's a place for them too, in this big food freezer. Even your ice cubes have a special place for storage, right here. And watch how they get there. You just take out a tray, turn it over, and push. You get a shower of ice cubes, all frosty dry and ready to use.
Man, what happened to those freezers? Because today's freezers are so normal. Everything is just there. You can't even push the shelf out. That's my freezers I had over the years. You can't push the shelves out. You don't have that ice slider thing. Nothing like that. That's like more modern fridge than we have today. And what happened to all those fridges? Those of you who still have some of them, hit me up. Where can I get one of those? Because damn, now that's what you call a freezer, not this bullshit we have today. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And once again, those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Like and subscribe to my channel, and let's build this channel from the ground up. Appreciate all of your love and peace.